Have you ever wondered what this section does right here? Well, this is called the marks card, and for every visualization, this is what we use to format it, to add labels, color, sizing, break it up, add tooltips. All of that I'm going to show you right now. So here we are in Tableau Desktop, and this dataset is available, so check the description below. And we're going to build a really simple bar chart. So I'm going to bring in subcategory, and I'm going to bring in sales. Okay, so very simple bar chart, as you can see here. Now, it's obviously very boring looking. So there's a number of things we can do. We can color it. Now, if you drop in a category versus a measure, it does different things. Firstly, this is grouped by the subcategory. So dropping subcategory in there is going to color it by subcategory. Now, because every single one is different, each one's going to get a different color, which in terms of visualization doesn't really add anything. It just means they're all different colors. If you drop, and if I just move this out of here, if I drop sum of sales in there, it colors it by sales. Now, generally on default, it actually makes it blue, right? So yours is going to look like this, right? And you can see that the darkest color is the highest value. And we can change the colors if we go in here, edit colors, and you can pick all sorts of different palettes depending on what you're trying to show. So if the largest numbers are critical, they're really bad, I would do something like this, where it's red and black. And as you can see, the bigger numbers are really coming out you as red. So that's what that does. But if you color it by the dimension that you're already using or by the sales that you're using, that's fine, but you're not restricted to those things. So I'm showing here sales, but what if I bring profit into the visualization? So you can see here that whilst this has a very high sales, it actually has very low profit. Well, we can integrate these two together. So if I take profit, right, and I'm just going to get rid of that for a second, I'm going to drop profit into color. Watch what happens. Okay, this tells a different story now because we can say, if I sort this highest to lowest, this one up here, it's top 4 of sales, but it has just about the lowest profit. So mixing and matching the colors also gives you a number of different options. You can also color by dimensions you haven't used. So for example, if I drop in category here into rows, you can see that each of these subcategories fit into one of the categories. I can actually color it by category simply by dropping it in there. So each one is its own section. And this makes it easier for the reader to actually differentiate between the groupings. So dropping different things into color, have a play, you're going to have a great time. Now, say I had this same visual and I wanted to signify by size, right? So the higher numbers, I want the bars to be a lot thicker. Well, I can bring in sales and drop it into size. Okay, that one right there. So if I take sales and drop it in, you can see that the higher numbers are a lot thicker. This comes in really handy when we're doing other types of visualizations, like, for example, packed bubble charts or hierarchy maps, right? Or even these kinds of waffle charts, right? You can do it for scatter plots. That's really handy as well. So let's go ahead and build that because the sizing here doesn't really make a lot of sense. Okay, so let's do a new sheet and we're going to do a scatter plot. So if I bring in sales and then I double click, let's do quantity, you're going to see a single dot here. If I drop in subcategory, I can drop it into detail. Okay, and that's going to split up all those points by subcategory. Okay, as you can see there. Now it's kind of flat, but I can actually look at this and say, well, I want the ones with the higher sales to be a lot larger. If I drop sales into size, watch what happens. Okay, and I can adjust that size. And you can see that the differences between them are much more significant. As soon as you add color in there by adding sales into color, okay, and right now it's just a solid blue, but if we made this, for example, a circle, a solid one, you can see it's now really jumping out at you. This is where the labels can also come in, right? And so when it comes to the marked card, you can have a play and nothing bad really happens. So if I drop subcategory in here, it'll make it easier for me to see each one of these points. So if I take subcategory, drop it into label, we can now see the individual ones. Now in the previous one, we put subcategory into color and it didn't really make sense. But in this case, it might actually make sense. So if I take subcategory and drop it in here, right, it makes it easier to differentiate between the different dots, especially when they're very close together, right? Now, when you hover over one of these points, you get the standard, what's called a tooltip, right? So if I zoom in here, for every field that you use to generate this point, it's going to give you that value. Subcategory, quantity, and sales. But you can modify this to tell a better story. If I click here on tooltip, okay, right here, you're going to get this window. We can actually modify this. Each one of these, and let me just make this a little bit bigger. Each one of these, okay, that are in the gray, I don't know if you can see that, right? That gets pre-filled by Tableau to be whatever that number is. Everything else is text that you can change. So you can say something like scatter plot results. You can make this one larger. Let's say 15 bold. I can make it blue. And every time you make a change, you can go down here, check preview, and you can see how it's looking before you press OK. And I can go in the subcategory of the quantity is that with a total sales of that. And if I preview, you can see the whole thing. Now it doesn't look perfect to me, so I'm going to take away this bolding, take away that bolding. And what I'm doing is I'm allowing each of the variables to really jump out at you by doing a little trick here and making them a little bit bigger. Like so. 12. And you can even make them a different color. Okay. So if we make this blue, we can make quantity red, and we can make sales green, for example. So now if I hit preview, you can see it looks a whole lot different, and you can see those variables really jump out at you. So if I hit OK, now when I hover, you can see the tooltip is a lot different. So that is a quick rundown of 4 of them. And the last one is detail, which you saw a little bit here, but we're going to do one more demonstration. So say I had category. I'm going to bring it into columns, like so, and I'm going to bring in sales, like so. So I've got a standard bar chart. Now the thing is, we already know that category is actually made up of a number of subcategories. So if I bring subcategory into columns as well, you're going to see it split up. If I add a color here by subcategory, so I'm going to drop subcategory into color, they're all going to be different colors. But what happens if I want to stack these on top of one another, but still keep the colors, right? I can move subcategory into detail. So if I do that, watch what happens. You can see each of them are still in there. And that's because the whole function of detail is to split up your data however you want. Now, generally speaking, when you do that for color and label, it does the same thing, but it does 2 things. It splits it up and adds a color, or it splits it up and adds text. So it just depends on you on kind of what order you want to do. But again, my best advice for learning these functions, particularly most of the things in Tableau, is just try it and see if you can break it. Most of the time, and this is one of the great things about Tableau, is that it doesn't break. It will just say, well, you need to tweak this, or it'll do it, and it's not quite what you want. And so you move it around and you play it until you get what you want, right? It's very, very forgiving. By the way, I teach all of this in extreme detail on my website on Jellyman Education, so be sure to check that out. If you have any other questions or things you're trying to work on or you're trying to solve and you're having trouble, just drop a comment and I'm more than happy to make a video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time. Bye.